Welcome to the Daily Dish with Leanne Ely. This is a show about you, your life, and the vibrancy you want. Join us for daily motivation, wise women's tips, and more as we collectively gather together and move the needle in our lives, heart, mind, body, and soul. Now, here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
It's Monday! Yay! It's chilly in New York, Flynn? Good heavens, we've got nice warm weather. Oh, I'm so grateful. Can I just tell you, I've had enough of cold. So, beautiful. We've had a wonderful, what a weekend. Who was there from Full Bloom? Wasn't it fun? If you were there, just let us know. And you know what else? You can always sign up now and go get it. Again, we still have a few swag bags left. We still have the whole conference all for you. It was pretty magical, I thought. savingdinner.com/bloom. If you want to go check it out. Amber, of course, is here. So is Jenny. And so is Lindsay. Say hello to the dream team. They are here. Of course they are. Taking good care of you. Carla, Butterfly, good to see you. Jocelyn, Darla, we're having a party now. That's what I have to tell you about. We also have a sale going. Did you know about the sale? You can find it at savingdinner.com/sale. And this is for everyone. You know, it's 50% off of all kinds of things, including, yes, indeedy. Whoops. What do I have here? Quotex. Those are on sale, half off. Mindful mugs on sale, half off. And Take Back Your Life journals, half off. Because guess what? We have new ones coming out. We have redesigned them a little bit. We have zhuzhed them up. We've done all of it. Cheers. Here's to you, Nancy. I didn't make it into the water. I didn't make it into my wine glass today. I was just too busy running around. But anyway, let's just say that you got to take advantage of that. So go to savingdinner.com/sale. We still have a few left. We do. And I am going to put myself right there so I don't get wiped out by the banners. All righty. Hi, Julie. I'm glad you're here. Goodness, I just saw you come on in, as well as Nancy and Martha. Denise is in the house as well. This is how we have, we gather our people. We have a party. And it doesn't matter that it's Monday, does it? I don't think so. I think it's fantastic. Vanessa, she's here. So is Jeanette. Here's a new quote of the week. I love this. Get ready. Here it is. What you do today is important because you are exchanging a day of your life for it. Wow. Is that not intense? I want you to think about that for a minute. When we waste time or kill time or whatever, we're talking about this gift of time. We don't want to do that. We want to be women who honor our time and spend it wisely, investing it, not just spending it frivolously. You get me on that, right? So we also have a new supplement of the week. You knew that. Get Lean CLA. It's one of my favorites. If you go to savingdinner.com/show, you'll read all about it. Buy 3, get 1 free. This is the way you stock up and save big time. I mean, a full bottle, it's absolutely 100% free. Can you beat that? Of course not. You want to go check that out. Go to savingdinner.com/show. And there's a whole educational piece there at this link that I'm giving you because it is important to understand, why do we take this? Well, this is conjugated linoleic acid, and the studies show that it has an amazing effect on thigh fat and belly fat, 2 fats that we as women curse all the time, don't we? Just like, oh, my thighs, oh, my belly. Well, that's what this stuff is about. So it's fabulous. I take it every day. Yes. Yes, ma'am. That's my thing. Glenda, hello. It's good to have you here. And Jackie's in the house. Yay, Jackie. Good to have you. Chris is here, breaking her fast and hashtagging Hot Milk 30. Angie's in the house. So's Diane. Tracy, hello. Tanya. And of course, there's my girl, Vanessa, all the way from Texas. bringing it into the house. Joanne just walked in too. How did I miss you, Joanne? Marguerite, good to have you as well. All I'm going to tell you about well, first of all, those of you who were in Full Bloom, did you enjoy it? Pinkies up if you enjoyed Full Bloom. I have to say I enjoyed presenting it. And for me, it was it's a great honor to have your trust like that, and that we could just join together and be together. It was just really something. Hey, Gracie and Doris. I love it so much. Thank you so much for being. There's Erica. Good to have you. We know who you really are, Erica. Oh, my word. Look at all of you lovely, lovely, lovelies. We had the most amazing time. It was magical, I felt. Martha, she loved it. Yay. I'm so glad. And thanks for doing that again. I mean, it was just something. I thought that, you spent a whole day with me. We had a great time. Speaking of that, Full Bloom is happening July 29th and 30th right here in Brevard, North Carolina, in my home, on my boat. It's going to be incredible. Saving dinner. We don't have a link for you yet, but I just want you to reserve the time. If you're going to fly in, Asheville is the closest airport. Otherwise, Charlotte, or you can do Greenville, South Carolina as well. Those are both close, but a couple hours away, kind of a thing. And then also be looking for accommodations. I am in Conisty Falls. That's where I live, which is a little outside of Brevard in this beautiful, magical kingdom. I'm just so blessed to live here. But you know what? I will tell you this. This is the deal. If you come, first of all, you will be loved up like you've never been loved up before. And secondarily, we will take such epic care of you. I just want you to start. I'm planting the seed. Let's see what happens. Okay. Will you just accept the seed anyway from me? Maybe that's something you could do. And you and your husband can have a fabulous vacation here in the Brevard area, but you don't bring him to the event. No men. We only allow Mark and Lincoln. All right. Mark, and the only reason Mark's here is because he's going to be grilling some epic steaks for us. That's exactly why. Our text message thing, listen, you want to be on there because we've got some stuff coming up. You don't want to be missing. Just grab your phone and pull up your text message application and put this phone number in, 855-960-3720. And to that's the number that you're going to do, the 2, right? And then in the message, you put the word join, all in caps. And when you do that, boom, send it to us. We'll send you something back and you need to reply yes. Again, all in caps, because that's how we like it. Suzanne, hello. So anyway, fun, right? It's going to be great. Q&A's Friday. Send your questions in. Send them. All you have to do is pull up an email. Look at, I'm just having you pull up all kinds of things. Text messages, now an email. Send it into support@savingdinner.com. Question for Leanne on Friday goes right there in the subject line. And then you type in your question and, of course, send it in. It gets put into the queue. That's how we roll. What else do I have to tell you about? Well, this whole week we're going to be talking about going pro as opposed to being amateurs. And I love the fact that all of you Hot Melt 30 folks, to me, you're going pro. Yeah, you're going pro. You're taking the next step and really investing in yourself and in your life. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about, and all this week talking about that, because it's a mindset. It is a complete mindset, and it's one that perseveres and holds on. So I'm really excited about this week's topic, and I hope you are too. If you're interested in the Hot Melt 30, all you have to do is go to savingdinner.com/THIRTY 30. Spell it out, and you can get the Hot Melt 30 guide and get started. If not, on Saturday, or rather on tonight, guess what tonight is? Let's see. It is the sprint. I'm going to be doing the sprint webinar. I want you there. Listen. savingdinner.com/sprint. That's how you go and you grab your seat. The reason I want you there is because I have a whole bunch of new information. And let me just say this, refreshment, my darlings. We all need to refresh. We need to refresh on the basics and get down to business. Why am I doing this? If we're going pro, like we're going to this whole week, we want to be doing stuff like that. All right? So savingdinner.com / what is it? Sprint. SPRINT. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. One other thing that I want to tell you about, and I don't have my show and tell propsy here. Oh, yes, I do. I have a new course coming, and we're starting in May on Tuesday nights, and it's called 8 Weeks to Creating Confidence. And we've had a bunch of people already purchase it from when we had our full bloom on Saturday, but it's open to everybody. And I will tell you, it is a gathering together of women who are intent on living their lives on the next level. And in my estimation, this is why we're doing this, the missing piece oftentimes is confidence. We doubt ourselves. We look at ourselves like, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm going to say, yes, you can. So I've got 2 things for you. You can go take a look at the page that tells you all about the course and how it's going to go down. And that's at savingdinner.com / confidence. I'm also going to do a webinar to kind of show you how this whole thing is going to work. If you've ever done Inner Circle or you did our goals workshop that we did, the 3-week goal thing at the Rising Tide, then you know how intense these sessions are together. The sisterhood is intense as well. I mean, an unbelievable group of women who totally have each other's backs. And it's one of these things that I just want you to take a look at it. So if you want to go and get your, you can go see the course. I told you where to go, savingdinner.com / confidence. If you want to sign up for the webinar, which is going to be happening on Monday or Thursday, May 5th. I think that's right. Cinco de Mayo. So skip the margarita and come hang out with me at 7 p.m. And that's at savingdinner.com / webinar. And you can go get signed up for that. Okay? How's that sound? Deal? You ready for that? I hope so. All right. So, and here we are, my friends, all together. Did I get everything, Jenny? You know how it is. I've got like 8 million announcements always. We always have something going on, don't we? And I say that, I'm very proud of that because we are always trying to bring our community together even more. That's part of the way we roll. That's why, I think that's why we have the loving community that we do. What do you think about that? I think you are all going to be there. Listen, if Tanya is showing up tonight for a refresher for the hot milk sprint, every other person in this whole world should as well. Am I right? Yes. Okay, so because Tanya is a pro at this. Listen, she is a pro at this. She has done so well. We are so proud of our Tanya. And taking off 130 pounds is not an easy task. But it's a day-to-day thing, and it's consistency, and it's being refreshed and going back to basics. It's doing the basics daily, It's not opting out, it's opting in. So opt in, y'all. Opt in, savingdinner.com / sprint. That's what you need to do. And Joanne, too. I mean, she's an expert at this. She could run my webinar. As a matter of fact, Joanne, I'm not going to be here tonight. You do it. All right. Consistency is absolutely it, Darla, 100%. All right, so when you think about what separates success from failure, you have to look at those who have experienced sustained success. Well, I just talked about Tanya, right? Sustained success. Because there is a lot of talk, there's a lot of pontificating about these concepts and ideals, but very little walking the talk. We see this all the time. Your life is going to show up before everything that you said is. You could flap your lips all day long and have an epic thing to talk about or whatever. But if you're not living it, that's going to show up first. And everybody's going to know there's just no alignment there. That's really important. Paulo Coelho, I never could say his name right, but he's the alchemist. He said the world is changed by your example and not by your opinion. And how true is that? And yet, people's opinions are bandied around like nobody's business, as if this was from God himself and should be carved on tablets, right? I see that all the time. And you see it on Facebook. We see it all the time in social media. And the thing is, it's your example is that's showing what your life really is. Your example is the teller. That's the truth teller. And these are pros who execute faithfully and they get it. Because here's the deal. This is what you're going to see. Pros keep going and amateurs quit when the going gets tough. What does that sound like? And I will tell you, much to my sad little heart, I see this all the time in our Hot Milk Sprint group. I see people who sustain it. I'm just talking about Tanya. I'm talking about Joanne. I'm Vanessa, Nancy, Darla, y'all. Yes, I see you guys in there sustaining it and going to the next level and checking that next box and keeping at it because it's important to you. I see that. And then other people, they get all involved and they're all excited. They're asking a lot of questions right at the beginning. Then they're gone. You know why? They're not pros. They're amateurs. They quit. It got tough. I don't want to do it anymore. Poof, out of here. Pros see practice as competence, not perfection, competence. And you know what amateurs do? They get bored and they say, I don't want to do this sprint, whatever. I see my pros all the time having another notch of success, another box to check, more success, more. Did you see Jenny's picture, by the way? She got up there, she got in her Sunday best, and she said, man, last time I put this on, it was tight. Now it's all baggy on her. I wanted to go buy her new clothes. I love seeing baggy clothes. You know what baggy clothes are saying? I'm doing the work. I'm dumping the inflammation. I'm taking care of myself. Jocelyn, you are another one. Jocelyn's lost 30-something pounds. I don't remember. I mean, she's got her system down. She's a pro, and she's showing up tonight. We need to look at these women who are the pros. Well, let me tell you, Jenny will be there tonight. She has no choice. But we're pros. I mean, we are pros when we decide we're going to take ourselves seriously here. We're going to take this endeavor seriously. We become professionals, We're not going to be amateurs. We're not going to, it's too hard. I'm out of here, or I'm bored. What are we, 5, 8 years old? Come on. We don't do that if we're pros. And pros also see motivation as fleeting. They get it. They're not sitting on their butts on the couch going, I'm just not motivated. They're out there doing it, and they understand that motivation comes after the doing. Pros get that. Amateurs don't. They just whine and send me emails into customer service. How do I get motivated? I'll tell you what, motivation never is going to come knocking at the door. And if you're waiting for it, then honey, you're an amateur. Come alongside here. Let me teach you something. That if you get up and you do something and you feel good about that achievement, first of all, congratulations, you just got a nice dopamine hit. And secondarily, look for the motivation now. Your accomplishment is motivating. You did that. That's what we got to be looking at. That's what we got to be looking at. And pros know that learning and skill development are everything. It takes a skill to get things done. And if you don't have a skill in the kitchen, so what? You can develop it. I had a woman tell me, I just can't. I've always got to eat out because I just don't know how to cook. And it's like, cooking isn't brain surgery. It's just following directions and might take you a little bit longer. But I promise you, those who are in the kitchen are those that are cooking for their lives. You hear me? A restaurant's a treat. It shouldn't be a meal, a way of life. Because restaurant food is full of all kinds of stuff that you would never put in your food. You wouldn't dump that much salt. You wouldn't use that crappy oil. You wouldn't shortcut it like that. It can be tasty and fun and whatever, but come on a regular basis, you're just not going to, if you want the body you want and the way you want to feel, it's cooked up in your own kitchen by your own hands. Professionals know this, and amateurs just try to fake it till they make it at a restaurant. Good luck. So how do we go pro then? You want to know? Anybody here sitting here going, oh man, I want to go pro. But you know what? Oh shoot, I'm an amateur. I want to go pro. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that you need to do right now to say, I am not playing amateur anymore. I am professional. Number one is to decide, declare it, and decree it. Do you know that when we make a decision about our lives and we go out there and we said, this is the decision that I've made. Okay, I'm going to use Jenny for this. This is the decision that I've made. This is what she did. And she's doing it right now. I'm going pro, right? That's what she's saying. Marguerite's saying she wants to grow. And Marguerite, you're a good example too. You have stayed there and kept going and kept going. When we make a decision, we're letting everybody know, this is what I'm going to do. This is my decision. This is my new life. This is the life I'm putting on. You know, no more amateur stuff. We declare it as so. I am. What a powerful statement. I am going pro. That means you're looking up and you are all the way in. You are consistent, you are resilient, and you are that gal that has grit and not quit. That's professional. I mean, think about all the athletes. Think about our lovely Diana Nyad that we love so much. Find a way. Let that go inside of you and light you up, because that lighting you up is the professional fire. Put a fire in your belly about it. Be emotional about it and decree it as so. This is it. This is what I'm doing. And I'm doing it with my sisters. I'm doing it with every single one of you. And I am going to show up. That's what professionals do. Decide, declare, and decree. Number two is commit the vision and to the dailiness of the whole thing. Commit to the vision that you have for yourself. See yourself, see yourself walking into a room 1 year from today. What's your life like? You might look completely different. You might be doing something completely different. You might have a little pep in your step. You might have changed a career. You might have moved into a new house. Whatever it is that you want, commit to that vision. And I'm going to tell you something about, visualizing and having visions for ourselves. I've had a lot of people say to me, I can't see the vision. I can't see it. Commit to it and you will. It'll show up. You will see it. And it's so exciting because remember that our brains don't know the difference between experiencing something and doing it versus when we emote about it. We can do the same thing. I've shared the piano player thing so many times. The concert pianist playing had a brain scan. And he's, you watch a concert pianist, they get pretty emotional. They're really into that piece, And then they had him pretend like he's playing, still hooked up to the machine. And he's, playing around on the desk and still emoting. And they're having the same experience. Your brain doesn't know the difference. Isn't that amazing? If your brain doesn't know the difference, this is how we bring this stuff into our worlds, Instead of thinking, I just want this, I just want this, I just want this, just own it and say, I am it. I'm going to see it until I can be it. That's how it gets done. We don't have to sit there and wring our hands wishing for. We just simply have to start showing up as it. I am an athlete. I show up as an athlete and I knocked it out and I raised my weights up today. I got heavier weights doing chest press. So, that's how it's done, y'all. That's how we get to those places. Number three is that your priorities are going to create boundaries for you necessarily. You need to have boundaries, and your boundaries are, no, sorry, that doesn't work for me. Or no, I have this time right here. I have this time where I can do this. I can't do this today. mean, yesterday I had to opt out of our book club because I don't know why I agreed. Somebody decided to do it on a Sunday, and Sundays those are my days with Mark, and it's sacred. And I just said, I really apologize. I said to everybody, I really apologize. I'm opting out of this time. And when we don't do it on it, let's look at another evening to do it. Sundays just don't work. So I think we're changing our time. But we have to prioritize. I had to prioritize rest. I had to prioritize time with my husband. I had to prioritize just having that day where I could just be revitalized and ready to go again today. That's important because that's what professionals do. They recognize the needs in their lives and they build boundaries all around all of it. Have to do it. And number 4 is, can I just say this? Invest in yourself. These women who showed up on Saturday, every single one of them made a decision. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to go to this thing, not because they're just like, I just want to throw, $100 at Leanne. They weren't doing that. They wanted what I was bringing to the table. They wanted to invest in themselves they made a decision. This is money well spent. This is not money that's just frivolously. I mean, how many times have we I can't say that, frivolously spent money? I have a million times. How many times have we bought stuff and then just not used it and then just, whatever, bundled it all up and took it to the Goodwill? How many times? How much money have we wasted like that? But when you're investing in yourself, you buy a piece of gym equipment and you actually use it. You buy something that is an investment in a new journal. It's an investment in you. And when you see this, instead of saying, I just don't have that kind of money, I can't afford it, I don't have this, I don't have that. Okay, then figure out what you do have and then still make the investment in yourself. It's worth it. You're worth it because this is how we build that life that we want. And it's a vibrant one, right? And number 5 is to wake up with purpose and plan and kick butt all day long. If you don't have a plan, then you will plan to fail. If you want to have a success, you're going to plan. Make a plan or plan to fail. It's just absolutely the truth. Ask Tanya. Ask anyone who has taken off the weight and sustained it, for example, or has gotten rid of the inflammation or has taken their lives, taken their health seriously. They're in the weeds. And it might be frustrating. It might be somewhat of a cha-cha back and forth. I mean, how's this whole thing going to go? But I will tell you that when you're waking up with purpose, and your purpose is, I want to live my most vibrant life. I want to feel the best that I can feel in this container that I own, the only one that I'll ever get. You start to be a little bit more responsible with the food, with the hydration, with the movement, with your thoughts, because all of that is impactful to how vibrant your life is going to be or how vibrant your life isn't going to be. It all goes into the container, y'all. That's why we're containers. So what do we need to do with all of this, right? We got to start eating the frogs. Sometimes you got something a little bit nasty that you don't want to take care of, right? There's something you just don't want to do. Well, eat that one first. That's the frog you got to eat first. And then we go into the next thing and into the next thing. But write it out. Have a plan. Know what you're going to have for dinner tonight. Know what's on the menu on Wednesday night. Know what everything is all about. Start there. Plan. And if you need some help with maybe blocking out your time, wondering, where's my time all going? That's also a very good question to ask yourself. Because if you don't have enough time, maybe your time's being spent frivolously instead of being invested. The time block sheet will help you. It's a free resource at savingdinner.com/time. You can print out as many as you want to and use them. It's an amazing tool. And you just kind of document what your day is without getting crazy, but then you'll find, oh, good grief, I had no idea I spent so much time on my phone in front of the stupid TikTok or whatever. Speaking of TikTok, y'all, we're blowing up. So go on TikTok for a minute Just keep supporting us at it's tiktok.com @savingdinner. That's where we are. So just had to throw that in. So remember this too, and as we go into this whole thing, I just want to wind this whole thing up, is that the starker the contrast, the better. It's really good for our brains. They love it. Our brains just go bonkers and say, yep, love this, can see it. Pros capitalize on this, and they're like, yes, this works, this does not. It's easier for us. I'm in 100%, not 95. A pro is in 100%. You ready to give it your all? I hope so. Are you going to be a pro and show up tonight? I sure hope so. savingdinner.com/sprint. Go get it. Pinkies out. Peace be with you. So appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow and tonight. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Check back for new episodes. If you missed the live show, you can always watch the replay. You can find Saving Dinner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, pinkies up.